Joining me is Tim Termuende, President and CEO of Eagle Plains Resources. That's EPL in the Toronto Venture Exchange. Tim, it's a real pleasure to have you with me today.
Thanks, Rob. Thanks very much for the chance to tell our story.
Well, Tim, it's been a rough couple years in this sector. I mean, to say the least. A lot of damage done here, and now we have a holiday a sell-off season upon us. We're most likely there'll be probably more bargains than seen in recent memories. For those not familiar or up to speed with your story, please tell investors about the opportunity they have with the project generator model of Eagle Plains Resources and the expertise that you bring to the table in your 20 plus years of being involved as one of the co-founders of the company.
Okay, yeah, thanks, Rob. Well, first of all, I'd like to say happy holidays to anybody that's out there listening and following along with Eagle Plains. Yeah, I've been doing this for 20 years. We've had 20 some years experience of running Eagle Plains. My father and I founded it together back in the early 90s, and this is not the first time we've seen these ugly mining cycles. I mean, this one is particularly deep and dark, but it's not unprecedented. And from my point of view and my perspective in the business, it's an opportunity. I mean, you have to look at these things as opportunities. The Chinese say that crisis equals opportunity, and that's why Eagle Plains is strong right now, because last time things were fairly grim, similar to this in the early 2000s. We were very actively acquiring properties and basically building a framework for moving forward. Because of that, we're in a very good position right now corporately. We've got almost 50 projects now. We have no real impending deadlines or debt instruments, anything that puts any serious pressure on us right now. Our treasury is very sound. We've got $6 million in cash and short-term securities there. So for us, this is an opportunity to, again, sort of stoke the fire and sort of regroup. There was a time when you couldn't get geologists. If you couldn't get good ones. You'd pay too much for them. Equipment was expensive. Everything's opposite right now. So it's a time to be contrarian, and that's exactly what Eagle Plains has done in the past, and that's exactly what we're doing in the future.
So with that being said, for all the shareholders who have stayed the course, during this downturn, obviously they're believers. Is there any sort of message you'd like to communicate to them, except obviously the gratitude that you have for hanging in there and trusting in the story?
Yeah, that is number one. I mean, the loyalty and the faith that people have shown in us. The other one sounds cheesy, but I would say average down. I put my money where my mouth is today. I just bought some more shares. I think it's unbelievably cheap. We're trading at less than our cash value right now, and again, that's an opinion of mine, but I think it's opportunity on all levels for investors and for companies like ours that can seize these opportunities. And that's the way you have to look at this business. It's a cyclical business, and if you don't work with the cycles in your favor, you're not taking advantage of the situation. And that's the way I see it right now. Yes, it's tough. I know a lot of friends and colleagues right now that are getting laid off or just under extreme financial pressure in this business, and I feel for those guys. But again, it's if you're not in that position and you do have the ability to take advantage of this situation, I think that's what you have to do.
So as we move into 2014, first few months certainly, shareholders, new investors looking at this story, what can we look forward to hearing from you guys at Eagle Plains as far as news flow?
We're focusing on our East Kootenay project, the Iron Range project, which we bought back from our partners who had earned 60%. This is a project that we've been working on for over 10 years. We brought in a partner, Providence Resources, who had earned their 60%, and moving forward, we have made them an offer which they've accepted to buy the 60% back. So that'll be our flagship property. We're also going to be active in the Saskatchewan uranium game right now. We've got quite a number of projects up there, and that will be another focus of ours. But we've received a lot of our projects back from option partners who just don't want to keep making payments, don't want to they want to preserve their treasury right now. So we're seeing a lot of our sort of projects come home. We're compiling a lot of data and getting those ready for the next cycle. That I think a lot of these projects are properties of merit by virtue of the money we've spent on them the last couple of years, and each one of these projects, well, most of these projects, we feel we've advanced. I mean, that's how this business works. You don't make discoveries on the first crack, and these things sometimes take a number of different operators to mature into a discovery. And we think a lot of our projects still have that potential. So that's our focus for this year. Depending on how long this ugly market stays here, a lot of our business plan involves healthy partners, and a lot of our past partners aren't healthy right now, and until the whole industry gets healthy, I don't know how many of our projects we will be able to option off, but we'll be working on those internally to keep them alive. You have to keep doing assessment on those, and we're also keeping our technical team together, which is again one of our big strengths is in Teralogic, our consulting group that we have in the office here.
Tim Termuende, President and CEO of Eagle Plains Resources. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Rob, for the opportunity, and Happy New Year.